So good morning and welcome to Wednesday the 17th of October. It's day 6 of the Captain's Blog and it's 10 minutes to 10. It was a lazy start this morning, mainly because of the torrential rain overnight and the winds, and it was continuing to rain at sort of 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and now it's bright, it's sunny, the wind has fallen away, so it's time to make for Stalham. So you join me on the River Rant, just coming past Toad Hall Cottage there. I'll just show you where I am in a moment. So for those familiar with the Broads, you'll know what this mill is and where we are. This is on the River Rant. And a little bit of traffic underway already. There's been 3 boats go past towards Ludham. So everybody seems to be making advantage of the clear weather and stillness that's suddenly befallen the Norfolk Broads today, and hope that it long continues, because being on a boat, mooring up in the rain, getting wet, it's not the most exciting of things to be doing. So I just want to also point out, just starting, but you see the leaves starting to fall, change colour, and so it makes for a lovely time of year to see all of this sort of slowly happening, and then before long all of these leaves will have fallen and you'll just have the bare trees, and then again the scenery changes. So as it occurs, as it happens, I will let you know. May well pop into Stalham for some bits and bobs from Tesco's, but for now that's all. Just a gentle cruise along a quiet river rant. So here we are at Richardson's. I've just stopped off here for some fuel, £50 worth, 35 litres. That's just as an insurance measure because of the amount of miles covered on the Southern Broads, and also the long trek we did back from Alton Broad against the tide all the way to Acle. Topped up with water, and behind me, I don't know if you can see here, is something I've just discovered here. Coffees, soft drinks, snacks at Richardson's. Little picnic area here, so in the summer, great. For now though, it's getting up the wind again, so off to Tesco's for a couple of bits, some toilet rolls, some drinks, you know, and then see where the day takes us. So Richardson's don't just hire out boats, they also sell them, and I just want to point this one. I think this is such a good bargain. It's £25,500 for Top Gem, which is a 40-foot long by 10'9", although they say 11'6", but still it's 10'9" boat. It's got a double in the back, 2 singles in the front. I believe it's got 2 toilets. I mean, that's an awful lot of boat for your money. Or for a grand less, you could have here San Vita. Not quite as pretty. I mean, and unlike sort of, you know, some private boats that once were hire boats 25 years ago, these were recently on hire. So, you know, they're going to have been looked after, the engine serviced and stuff. So yeah, if I had the money, I'd be in there, I'd be saying, oi, give me that boat there, here's a wad of cash. But I ain't got the money. I'm going to get it, am I, if I keep having boating holidays? And here's Bigfoot. This is the thing that takes the boats out of the water for their winter maintenance, which the guys here at Richardson's are just jet washing. So that's a big old thing, isn't it? That's why it's called Bigfoot. This is Kingfisher Quay. This is where you pick up some of the nicer boats from Richardson's. They're platinum class, Broadsman's, carousels, they're usually moored around here. As you can see, more work progressing on the sheds. Never rests for a boatyard. Another shot here of the shed they're doing. It's all being reclad. New doors are going to obviously be put on. So just for the sheer expense that this is taking them, and time and everything else. So it's alive and well, guys. Richardson's goes from strength to strength. Just also I want to show you around here, this is where the boats are lined up for sale. There's your Top Gem 2, your San Vita. So they're Richardson's excellent. But you've also got here Evie Sue, So these aren't just boats, ex-hire boats, there's all sorts of boats. This one here was for sale at Potter Hyam, and it originally started off at 16,995, was sold for 11,500. That was two and a half months ago, and now it's for sale here for 13. So I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with it, or someone's trying to make a quick buck. Well, you join me here going back down the Ant, having just crossed Barton Broad. I would have showed you that, but there was about 50 yachts out today taking advantage of the stiff wind. And would you believe this? They had the audacity to have a course set out. A course, yeah, on Barton Broad, which meant they were going in a figure of 8, and I had to go through it all. I don't believe it. Anyway, point being, I couldn't hold the camera and hold the steering wheel and concentrate what was coming to my right and from me behind. So it was actually quite good, actually. It was a bit of a wind, a bit of a swell on the Broad, what with the yachts as well. It was an exciting time. I'm now off the Broad and onto the calmness, coming through Irstead shortly. And so it's days like today when there's no plan, no idea what I'm doing, where I'm going, which really make boating so enjoyable. Whether it's with people, whether it's on your own. I've seen a couple of solo cruisers. You can always tell a solo cruiser. Usually a man on his own, obviously, with both his bow ropes down the sides. And you sort of smile and exchange a wave, and it's just like, yeah, I know, I'm doing the same as well, kind of thing. And when you're on your own, wherever you moor up, whether it be at Richardson's today to get water and a bit of diesel, are you on your own then? Yeah. On that boat? Yeah. Oh. And then you have to sort of explain the situation, and it's like, oh, okay, you know. So there's always that when you go to moor up, and if it goes well, you think, hey, look at that. And if it goes terribly, you're like, shit. Wish I was anywhere but here with all these people. Like, hey, look at that, Harry. He's on his own, he is, that lad. And he's caught that mooring up good and proper, hasn't he? Or, yeah, look at that Harry, he's on his own, that lad. If he can do that on his own, why can't you? Anyway, so we're going through Irstead, and I noticed here, you can't see, sorry, but the house, the thatched house, the first one on the right, is still up for sale. So, yeah, I had to look at the estate agent's particulars online. If you go to Rightmove and put in Irstead, you'll find it. Not my taste inside, to be honest. A lot of pink, a lot of floral, a lot of chintz. So needs some modernising. I think the price reflects that. Probably needs a new thatched roof, to be honest. But what a location, if you could have it. That house, my own boat, and a few million in the bank, so I didn't need to work, and I could just get up and go, what shall I do today? Where shall I go today? That's what money gives you. Choice and freedom. If you have enough of it, anyway. So, as I was saying before I got distracted and going off on one, I'm not really sure where I'm going to go, and I just love that, not being sure where I'm going to go. I'm just going to poodle along and think, I might moor there. And then moor up, and just, you know, I've went to Tesco's, got myself some steak, and be steak and jacket potato tonight, with some mushrooms, and some nice wine, and an apple pudding for dessert. So, that's what I'm doing. What are you doing on this actually quite mild Wednesday, the 16th of October? I'll just check that. No, it's Wednesday the 17th of October. That's important to remember, because you don't want to be a day late taking the boat back. Anyway, here's Irstead Staithe. So there's Irstead Staithe here. And of course, somewhere about these waters are 3 boats with 14 lads on board. So I'm not sure where. I think last night they were planning to overnight at Ramworth. There was talk in the pub the other night of coming up to Irstead for a fishing night, but they're about there somewhere, and I'm just waiting to be like coming around the corner, and you know, that'd be interesting. minding my own business, talking to the camera, and they all come around the corner and I collide with them. Oh, hello lads again, crash. Anyway, so as you can tell, I'm in a bit of a happy mood. And it's always good when you're about like now, and it's this time of year, you can spy your nice wild moorings, and usually they're going to be taken up with fishermen. But if you then come when the fishing season's not on, which I thoroughly recommend by the way, then you can take advantage of a lot of these moorings which usually fishermen might frequent and just enjoy yourself. And another bonus, if you're not a fisherman, of coming when the fishing season's not on is A, it's quieter, and B, you don't have to worry about minding out the way of fishing rods and lines and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I would recommend April. I'm going to be coming in April next year for sure, and last April was lovely because it's towards the end of April, sort of the 20th of April, so you're out of the worst of the horrible weather of February and March, you're looking towards the sort of the nicer spring, and so it's a typical sort of sunshine and showers, but you get price band A prices, which is lovely. No fishermen, quieter rivers, more choice, cheap prices. Can't get much better than that. I've gone on far too much. Until more happens, bye for now. Well guys, here we are. I'm having to cover the microphone on the camera again with my fingers, so to cut out as much of the wind noise as I can, but I know that it makes my voice sound a little bit funny compared to if I take them away. But this now represents the new view from my bedroom window. This is why you need to come boating on the Norfolk Broads. Where else can you go from a busy town with a pub and then decide, you know, tonight we just want to be completely on our own and just come here. This is on the River Rant, about 5 minutes cruise on your left hand side away from Johnny Crove's Stade, which is about a quarter of a mile away from How Hill. And as you can see here, respect nature and people that come after you, yeah? Almost made for the boat. If you are going to moor wild and not use the rond anchors and tie to something, make sure it's a sturdy old tree and not just a branch that could snap off and take you with it in the middle of the night. These boats weigh about 6 to 8 tons, so you need something firm to secure them to. What I might well do is double up the rope as well later, but this is just for speed. Having said that, you might get a branch fall down on the boat, but let's not worry about that. Let's not tempt fate, people. When you're watching this, think back to Wednesday the 17th of October 2012 at about 2:15. Were you somewhere as idyllic as this? Were you able to just settle down with some wine, chill out with a book and listen to the birds song? If the answer's no, then you need to come on a boating holiday. I recommend it. It doesn't matter if you're young people enjoy peace. If you're a young couple, think about it. The things you can get up to in a place like this. If you're an older couple, I'm sure you can still do that kind of stuff, but you can enjoy yourself here as well. You can chill out, take it easy. If you've got dogs, you can take them for a little walk, let them free. It's a great holiday, and this time of year, with this kind of weather, the prices aren't that high. This boat would cost £569 for a week. If there's 4 of you sharing, because it's a 4-berth boat, maybe 2 couples, although keep the old noises down between the cabins, because that could be a bit weird, you could split that 4 ways. It's not a bad deal, is it? So, I'm going to go settle down with a book, crack on the old white wine out, and enjoy myself. Whatever you're doing when you're watching this, have a great time. Sorry about the British weather and the wind. This is London Rascal. That's day 6 of the Captain's Vlog. Tomorrow, who knows where we're going to end up. Until then, bye for now. So this is my idyllic mooring, but it's not always as idyllic as it seems. There's some real selfish bastards in this world, and I don't know who they are, but they want to be ashamed of themselves, because people have come here and then round here they've dumped all their rubbish. beer bottles, rotting food. It's all been ripped open by the wildlife. It's just terrible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a few black bags, put that in and get rid of it. So people, if you're going to come on the Broads and more in the middle of nowhere, respect nature and people that come after you, yeah? That's all.